Just remember, FPL is tough, but you are tougher. Hi guys, I'm FPL Nymphrya and welcome back to the home of FPL videos. It's been a bad one folks, so buckle in. The news that the Newcastle vs Aston Villa game was off was just the start of my problems this week. I knew, however, though, that I was not going to take a hit to get rid of a keeper that will have a double game week at some point in the near future. Martinez has only got me 1 point in the last 2 game weeks and I've had a green arrow, so I didn't miss much by him not playing this week. The only goalkeeper I would have gone for is McCarthy, and as I'm recording this on Monday before the match, I can't say yet if I would have been better off. In defence, Robertson was back in the clean sheet, thankfully because his attacking threat seems to have fallen off of a cliff. He's been way too quiet for my liking, and as you guys know, I'm very wobbly on him now. Chilwell faced an attacking Leeds side, so I was hoping he could capitalise on their pushing forward with an attacking return of his own, but no such luck, and he could only manage 2 points towards my team total. Lamberty is yet to play, but as he's playing against my new addition this week, I'm in need of an attacking return, so come on Tarek. In midfield, it was a mixed bag of madness. I was in the hope that Klopp would play Jota against his old club. I'm unsure what goes on at that Liverpool club, but there always seems to be a leak on the team news, and by Saturday night I knew that Jota wasn't going to get a start. Cue a late sub madness I had hoped. Unfortunately, it was a late sub snooze fest. Just 1 point banked from him. Bruno left it late to get me an assist as my captain, but it did mean he banked 2 bonus points because of the lateness. As you all know, my captaincy was going to be sunny this week, unless I got KDB. Well, I didn't get KDB, and I chickened out. I didn't even go with my second choice in captaincy, which was Vardy. I basically seen that most who weren't captaining KDB were on Bruno, and it swayed me, instead of sticking to my gut. Sonny got a goal and an assist, and 2 bonus points for 13 points towards my team total. He's an absolute legend, and whilst that fixture is always a tough one to watch for all my personal reasons, as you guys know, I love to watch Sonny as a player, and the Sonny 6 is now just the Sonny 2. Will I want to sell him though when the Sonny 6 is over? That is a good question. Okay, as you can see, Mahrez is in my team here. With Grealish's fixture postponed and my need to get a City asset, I had a choice to make as to if I should sell Ziyech or Grealish. I just thought that Grealish's fixtures over the Christmas period and his double at some point outweighed him over Ziyech, and so Ziyech was the one to go. As with last game week, I would have loved KDB here, but none of the 4.3 defenders called to me, and the -8 looked like quite a lot this week. Now in hindsight, knowing what happened, I should have gone with it, as Mahrez got 4 points, but he did do better than Ziyech, so that's something at least. Moving to my forwards, Adams came in for the blanking Wilson, and what a ride that has been. Vardy left it very late for his poacher's goal. I feel gutted I sold Kane now. Whilst I know they have a goal and an assist the same in the last 2 game weeks, Kane just feels a different class this season. That said, my need for Salah has now become more pressing than my need for Kane, so he will have to wait until the new year for a return, I think. I'll take Vardy's 8 points and likely run though. I still think Vardy will be up there towards the end of the season, but right now my need for midfielders is stronger. Calvert-Lewin doing Calvert-Lewin things, another goal for 6 points towards my team total. That means these were my top scorers for game week 11 at the time of recording, and they are Bruno as my captain, Sonny making mincemeat of the Sonny 6, and Vardy with his late poacher goal. So with all of that, here are my points. It's a red arrow at the time of recording, and it would need a Che masterclass and a Lamberty return on Monday night in order to turn around my 200k red to a green arrow. I'm 26 points from 2 million, so I think with my maths I'd need at least 13 points in order to get past the 2.3 million, which is where I was at last game week. So, you know, it's not impossible. Fingers crossed, hope for the best. Okay, so looking ahead to game week 12 then, and this is how I'm currently lining up, and I have a benching headache here, mainly because I am almost sure that I am going to do Vardy to Bamford or Wilson, depending on if that Newcastle game is going ahead against West Brom. I'm leaning towards Bamford currently for security reasons, but I will wait the week out out before making my transfer, I think. Going with Wilson and benching him would mean I would have less of a benching headache this week, and I'd have him for the double game week if his fixtures got postponed again. But if that game against West Brom isn't off, I have a big headache still. And the second move for a hit would be Mahrez to Salah. Mahrez was a 1 week punt. I still like City's fixtures beyond United, and I still think he can do something. But I can't live without Salah in my life. I just can't, especially against Fulham. And I don't like playing Pep Roulette. Jesus and Mahrez can still deliver, and I still think they will, but KDB is just more secure. But with Bruno and KDB against each other this week, Salah just seems like the better option for me. Plus, I just really love owning Salah. So it would look like this. I'd have to decide whether to play Lamberty or Soufal, not sure on that yet. And then it will be between the new forward in, so either Wilson or Bamford, Calvert-Lewin or Grealish to be benched, I guess. Because I have to hope that Jota starts against Fulham and that I have a triple up for that match. But let me know, Nimfam, what you guys think in the comments below. And as for my captain, Salah in for a hit, Salah captain, there's not even a debate on this. The vice captaincy pulled one back this week to make it 6-5 to the captaincy now. And lastly, moving on to my trending transfers this week, let's take a look at the players in and out ahead of game week 12. Of the goalkeepers, Mendy is still the trendiest goalkeeper in with 20,000+ purchases at the time of recording. Meslier is the next highest with over 17,000 buys. Martinez is the most transferred out goalkeeper ahead of game week 12 with 27,000+ sales, likely owing to his 2 1-pointers and a blank game week. The next highest out is Alisson with 15,000+ managers getting rid of the injured Liverpool goalkeeper. Of the defenders, the injured Castone sees him leading the way for sales out this week due to injury with over 44,000 managers selling the Leicester man. Digne is the second most transferred out because of injury with 36,000+ sales. Zuma is the trendiest defender in with 71,000+ purchases. James is the second most transferred in defender with over 63,000 purchases as managers flood to that Chelsea defence. In midfield, Grealish is the trendiest midfielder in this week despite his blank last game week, resulting in 104,000+ buys. Salah is the second most transferred in with over 97,000 buys. Ziyech blank and recent injury sees him the most switched out midfielder this week with 226,000+ sales. Rodriguez is still the next highest midfielder sold this week with over 147,000 sales. Up front, Jimenez's horrible injury means he's the trendiest forward out still this week with 48,000+ managers moving on the Wolves man. Werner is still the second most sold forward with over 45,000 sales. Bamford is the new frontrunner in the forwards category this week with over 95,000 purchases. Wilson's fixtures, despite the worry about another postponement, makes him the second trendiest forward in this week with 82,000+ buys. I'll be back later this week with the FPL Wildcats, and I'll be joined by a very special guest, the founding father of Fantasy Football Scout, Mark Southerns, on Thursday around 4:30 for my Dream Team stream. Unfortunately, I won't be able to do a video next game week as I'm going to be in hospital, but I'll hopefully be back later in the week for a live stream or two, either my Dream Team or the Wildcats or both, but we'll see how it goes, and if not, I'll keep you guys updated on social media as always. Thank you all for the 11,000 followers on Twitter, that means so much to me. And thank you guys for watching this week's video. Please don't forget to check out my sponsors of this video, fantasyfootballfix.com. I am working on some video updates, it is coming, it's likely going to be the new year now, but if you're enjoying my content, please before you go, don't forget to like, subscribe and hit that notification bell. Until next time, Nimfria out.